See, all you need to do, usually when problems arise, all you need to do is look around the world, and it has probably happened somewhere before. Brazil had a galamsey problem. South Africa had a galamsey problem, and now they've been able to make some strides. How did they achieve that? By creating means for the people to do it without destroying the water body. The first thing that we found to be one of the problems was this prospecting license, this business of prospecting, because that's what most people used to mine in the first place. Most people do not get to the point of exploration before they start doing what we are seeing on our screens. So once you take away that ability for people to go and prospect, you've dealt with a significant portion of the problem. And so that's why we were suggesting that we were going to invest in that aspect. And then, so that when you now go to the Minerals Commission for your concession, you are not going to do a try and error. You go and dig the pit here, you leave it open, you've already spoiled that part, you move on because you didn't get enough gold. Now the government has taken that responsibility to do all the prospecting, and you know exactly where the deposits are. So you are not going to be given any prospecting licenses. That deals with a significant portion of the problem. Number two, the funding of the galamsey. That's how the Chinese people come in and all of that, because the local people usually do not have the funds to do it on the scale that they will want to. So they'll bring Chinese partners, and it's all of that. So we're going to set up a bank and a fund to be able to fund them. Number three, after we're
going to set up an entire new bank. You are not going to resource the existing banks?
No, the needs of the mining sector were quite peculiar. So we thought setting up a whole different establishment will best suit it. And we're already talking about huge numbers, about 1 million. And it's a very lucrative sector, so the bank itself would have generated enough profits to be sustainable. Then we move on to the third one. Usually after the mining is done, that's where all this mercury and cyanide and everything come in, and it comes in to pollute our water bodies. So we were going to set up common user facilities. So if in say the mining community of Akwetia or any of those mining communities, you have small common user facilities there where you can go and process your gold. So you are not using mercury and cyanide and everything on your own small sites to try and get the gold out, and it's more controlled, and so we can eliminate all of those harmful chemicals. I'm sure you remember somewhere late in 2024, with the support of the former vice president, we brought in a few mercury-free catcher machines and everything. That was to help with that process. Then we had a lot of plans for river wardens. I don't know if you remember. It was even launched then. Yes, so it was like an 8-point plan with every single one touching on a different part.
But if you had river wardens, why do you criticize their river guards? Because they're the same thing.
Because you can't implement river guards alone and expect results. That's what I'm saying. It was like an 8 or 9 point thing with each targeting each. So if you've been following what I'm saying, each was targeting a different problem that we found endemic. And so the river wardens was just, like an adjunct. And they were going to be set along to patrol the water body, so that if you have a champagne there, they see, and then it can easily be intercepted. So the whole process of using law enforcement was only then going to be an adjunct, because we've helped you in all these ways to make it easier for you to do the right thing. Then you can augment with security services, and then we can begin to see some more progress. But you don't do all of this. You bring river wardens, and I hear there was even an incident where an MC seems to have beat a river warden. A story like that. I don't know if it has come to you.
How did we?
But Doc, you had 8 years to implement these ideas.
Kojo, that's the beauty of life. I'm sure even here at Multimedia, you go for management meetings or whatnot, and new ideas come up every day. So it's a learning curve. You have to have gone through the processes to know that this thing we are doing this way will not work. So we started on the heavy law enforcement approach. We did that for a very long time. Then it came to our attention that that alone would not yield the results that we wanted. So it was a learning curve. We had to go through all of that to be able to see that, no, this is one of the problems. This is one of the problems. How do we solve that? And put it together to come with a comprehensive approach. Last year, we told
you going to convince the Ghanaian people that, well, yeah, for such an existential problem, we'll try this means. So give us another opportunity to be able to implement these fine ideas. Did you think the Ghanaian people were going to come along?
His Excellency John Mahama is in government. Anything is possible. Because one of the things that took him out was galamsey, isn't it? And he was able to use galamsey to remove us as well. And it's very clear that on this matter especially, it was a big scam. And that their own people have taken it up to do it in the most irresponsible way possible. The people of Ghana are going to get tired of it.
We'll bring in